please, next time, before we start talking about anything, remind me with the recording. Now we almost missed 1 hour. It's okay. This is benefit for those who attended.
It was the most
Yes, exactly.
like interesting hour.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Back to service reliability. So we are uh, the IT system. Remember when we talked last time about the IT system and the components? This is some of the thing that we will measure through IT. So we want to increase the reliability. So, and when we say reliability, it's how well logistics operations meet customer expectations, or uh, deliver on the promises that we promise our customers. So, what defines reliable logistics? Think of reliable logistics. What will make your logistics reliable or not? Mm. Yes? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Speak without
Yeah.
raising your
Okay.
hand. Yes.
Okay. Okay. So I think. Sorry. I need to remove my radio. One second. Yeah. So I think reliable logistics will be on-time delivery,
Mm-hmm.
package handling,
Mm-hmm.
uh, and of course reasonable prices or the value of the item itself.
Mm-hmm. Well, these are very good points. Uh, uh,
Nice.
yes, please do.
Yes, I think also it's a minimizing of broken things during the delivery,
Mm-hmm.
and uh, what else? That's it, actually.
Mm-hmm. Well, actually, there are so many factors that can create this reliability. In addition to what you said, think of accurate orders. I don't know if you had it, you had this experience when you order something and you receive something else in the delivery. So actually, accurate order fulfillment. This is the it shows if you are reliable or not. Right now, customers want timely updates on the shipment status. So again, this shows if your logistics are reliable or not. Proactive communication, you know, minimizing delays or disruption. So so there are so many factors that will create service reliability, and the company uses their IT system to detect these elements that we will define for our logistics, so we can use our logistics to build trust with the customer. So I'm sure that I'm delivering the right order at the right time. The packaging is done according to standards, and also availability of the product. It's there, so this will enhance you know uh, um, customer satisfaction, and they will see the benefit of our business. Yeah, they might not see the nitty gritty elements related to the logistics, but they will see it, and they will have this positive brand perception of our brand. So now let's talk about cost benefit. So, what do you think? I think this is sometimes the easiest part of the value proposition. So when we say cost to benefit, what are the elements that we want to focus on? Think. Okay,
Could
maybe
be delivery time.
delivery time. Okay, now we are talking cost. So you have to link the benefit you will say with the cost.
Professor, are you missing the cost of the product itself or the delivery?
No, the logistics.
Logistics? Okay. So some companies will offer free delivery for some, like, if, some companies in the market, they have a membership. So if you are a member, you will get 2 days delivery or 1 day
Okay,
delivery based
okay.
on the.
This is what I will offer to the customer, free delivery.
Yeah.
What's the cost of this to the company?
So there is the
The
cost.
transportation company will not offer me a free service, right?
So some companies will offer like free delivery. This will generate cost for the company, but
Yes.
they will cover this from the membership because some companies offer free delivery for their members. So
Okay, or
I
a
can give an
minimum
example.
or a minimum
Minimum order.
order. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm adding the cost to my profit, on my profit. So I am increasing my profit in advance, and I'm example, if I'm profiting $5, then I will
Uh-huh.
increase my profit by $10. The delivery is $2, so I'm increasing net profit $8. So it's
Okay.
calculated.
This is amazing. What you are talking about, we call it trade-off.
What if
So, mhm.
logistic company can customize the delivery? So this company can take orders from 3, 4, 5 companies, then to upload everything in
Combining
one
it, yes.
track and to bring it all together, and it will minimize cost for all the companies involved in transportation.
Okay, this could be under route optimizing. So we optimize the route of the transportation of good, so we can reach more customers or something like this. But actually, the free delivery, the concept of free delivery, because there is nothing free, and you have to cover this cost some way. And where you will cover it, you will cover it again from the customer. So actually, as a customer, you are paying for this free delivery. And this is something, a concept we call trade-off. Okay, so I will trade off an individual cost element with another element, so I will achieve the lowest total system cost. For example, a minimum order amount. If you order some items with $100 or above, you will get free delivery. So the delivery will cost me, for example, $2. In real life, $2. So $2 of the $100. Oh, we need to take a break. So let me finish this point, and we will continue. So see in the logistics operations where you can cover this $2. So again, this is very good example, and the cost benefit will look differently from the customer perspective and from the business perspective. So if I'm wearing the hat of the customer, I will get free delivery. So let me order more. Okay? From the business perspective, I'm trading off these small amounts for the delivery cost with higher order volume or higher, we call it return on sale. And at the same time, I'm offering with the free delivery some marked down items, so I can get rid of the stagnant inventory I have in my warehouses. So it might seem a cost for the business, but in the larger scheme of the system, I'm actually minimizing the cost, and I'm minimizing the total cost of the system.
And there is another issue.
Mhm.
I'm making a dual deal with the logistics company,
Mhm.
annual deal with, example, FedEx or whatever,
Mhm.
for amount of deliveries that I will already pay.
Mhm.
So
Yes.
so it's dual. I am benefiting
Mhm.
from all ways. I'm satisfying the deal with FedEx because I already paying them, and at
Yes.
the same time I'm increasing my sales.
Yes. 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 So that's why I want you to look holistically. So the cost benefits that your logistics should offer, a cost minimization. So we want to minimize the cost associated with different activities and processes throughout the supply chain. So whether these are transportation costs, inventory holding costs, warehouse expenses. So I want to get rid of the stagnant inventory or the stock out, order processing costs, and any other costs. So when I'm optimizing these cost elements, I can reduce the overall supply chain costs. And whenever I lower the cost, I'm improving profitability. Also, there is a concept here is the total landed cost. You know, so I'm here considering the complete cost incurred from sourcing the material to the final delivery of the product. Remember, end to end. So we need to take into account not only the direct cost, like the purchase, price that I paid, the transportation expenses, but also indirect costs. For example, there are, custom duties, taxes, inventory carrying costs. So we need to consider direct and indirect cost within my logistics management system, so I can take decisions, the right decisions, where I need to minimize the cost, so I can increase the overall value of the system. And remember, I ask myself, if I am the customer, am I willing to pay for this or not? So you can see that most of the time, customers don't want to pay for indirect costs. So if I'm designing a house, for example, or if I'm building a house, maybe I want to pay for the people who actually do the building. Okay, but these people, they need the design. They will say, okay, I don't care. I just want to pay for the bricks and mortar, and the other appliances and things like that. They don't see the whole indirect costs that the business had to pay. So we want to optimize this. Uh, that's why every company, they create their cost logistics model. you know. So of course there are the general framework for understanding and managing logistic costs, and companies they use these uh, theoretical models to customize the model for the total cost of logistics. So instead of silo approach, you talked about this, um, uh, for cost management. No, we want to integrate all the elements, and um, uh, we think of these trade-offs, you know, that we will do in the system so we can maximize the benefit for the customer. That's why in financial management right now they use activity-based costing, you know. So they divide the system into smaller activities, and they do the costing activity based. So this holistic model, you know, will enable me to consider all the costs across the entire logistics system, so I can identify those areas that I can reduce cost or optimize cost or trade off between different activities, and overall, and optimizing the overall system. Okay, we need a break, I know. So there is only one slide we will talk about, then I will give you a break, and then we will be back for our exercise. And that's the value generation. This is the last element of the value proposition. Remember last time we talked about the EERS model, effectiveness, efficiency, relevancy, and sustainability. So we use this model to generate value. I want my logistics to be effective in meeting customer expectations and delivering on the key performance indicators that we decided for the service or the interaction with the customer. Um, so think of on-time delivery, for example, order accuracy, service reliability that we talked about. So if when we say effectiveness, these are the elements that ensure that logistics operations consistently meet the customer expectations or even exceed the customer expectations. The second element is efficiency, you know. So what's the difference between efficiency and effectiveness? So effectiveness is doing the right things. Efficiency is doing the right things the right way, optimizing the resources. So I'm utilizing the resources. So instead of hitting the target after the fifth trial, I'm hitting the target from the first trial or try. So and we do this to achieve the cost savings and productivity improvements. So think of streamlining the operations, reducing waste. Waste is huge, and waste here, waste not only of material, but waste of time and waste of underutilized resources. So these are waste. I'm trying to reduce unnecessary costs and also relevancy. You know, at the end of the day, I want to satisfy the customer's needs and requirements. So we need to understand the customer preferences, expectations, and also I'm operating within an industry. So I need to understand the industry trends, the market dynamics. So we try to tailor our logistics to meet the customer demands and expectations, creating value, you know, and focusing on value adding activities. And the last one is sustainability. So again, I want to minimize the environmental impact of my business to become socially responsible. So we do all the activities that can enhance the business sustainability. Oh yeah, when I say business sustainability, because this is a business term, um, no, I mean environmental aspect. So, any question from what we said? Any question?
I
Yes,
have a
please.
comment,
Yeah.
please.
Mm-hmm.
From marketing point of view, the unique selling proposition, if I am using the cost, it's one of the fatal mistakes that marketeers do, to use the cost as unique selling proposition. Because
Mm-hmm.
if I position myself as cheap or whatever cost effectiveness,
Mm-hmm.
so if any brand cheaper than me position himself as cheaper, I will be
Mm-hmm.
out of the market. So for a unique selling
Okay,
proposition or selling
cheaper than
proposition,
you, but you are in the same category. For
yes.
the example that I gave, we cannot put Zara and Dior in the same category.
So the unique selling
Yeah,
proposition here is not the price. So I cannot
yeah.
use cost as unique selling proposition. That's what I'm saying. It's added value, but it's not the selling proposition.
Okay, no, in some cases, in some business models, a price is a value proposition. For example, I can buy toys for my kids from Toys R Us or from the dollar store. You know, it's very common in different countries. For example, in
Yes.
Saudi Arabia, yeah, 1 riyal or something like this.
Yeah,
So,
I know.
mm,
But what I'm saying here, it will not be permanent because if any franchise will make it half a dollar or half a real, it will get me out of the market. So always cost is double-edged weapon as a unique
yes,
selling proposition.
yes, yes, as you said, as unique. So it's not only the price. That's why we have to the logistics, we have different elements. It's the value generation, the cost benefit, and the service benefit. So these three items create the logistic value proposition. So let me share that slide again. Yes, these here. Your value proposition has three parts: the service benefit,
Certainly.
the cost benefit, and the value generation. It's not only the cost. It's not only that I'm competing on price. No, I'm competing also on service, and I'm competing on the value I generate through my business for the customer.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Okay. Any question? Any comment? Okay. So it's 11. Sorry, it's 10:14 now. So we will take a 10 minutes break. And when we come, actually, your exercise is to design logistics value proposition to your company. So let's have a 10-minute break. We will come at 24 after the hour, and we will start working on our case studies. See you in 10 minutes. Welcome back. Hello, everyone. So did you manage to make some coffee or something? I managed to make myself coffee. I see there are some exchanges in the chat. Yes, Jodeline, I have sent you a message that we will start 1 hour earlier, and I even changed the invitation. And I think the system sent you an email saying that the invitation for the meeting was updated. So the next step now, after we studied this, we want to apply what we learned. So I want you to design the logistics value proposition for your company. So some of you will study Instacart, some of you will study Full Circle, and some of you will study HelloFresh. And the reason I'm using the same companies, it will be easier, but you will be shuffled. Okay, so you know what? I'm not gonna keep this slide. I'm keeping this slide. Okay. So think of the logistics operations of your business and write down the the logistics value proposition of your business. Again, it's not the whole business value proposition, but the value that logistics will contribute to this business. So we have service benefits, we have cost benefits, and we have value generation. Do you understand what is the requirement of this exercise? Any question?
Yes.
Okay. So I will create again 3, and I will give you, let's say, 15 minutes. Okay. And let's shuffle the people. Okay. So we have 3 breakout rooms. The first breakout room, I want you to study the store Full Circle. It's a local store in a city providing organic groceries and produce. It's a brick and mortar, so it means that there is a physical outlet that customers will go and buy stuff. The second group, breakout room 2, you will study Instacart. And again, Instacart is the platform for grocery delivery. And breakout room 3, you will study HelloFresh. And HelloFresh is a meal subscription, a meal kit subscription service. The HelloFresh might have buildings or facilities, but these are not serving the customer directly. This is to prepare the meal kit. So any question regarding your companies? Okay, I'll open the rooms and you have 15 minutes to write down the logistics value proposition. And please, please try to write down something on a Word or a notepad so you can share it when you are talking to the class. Okay? Welcome back. How was your discussion?
Actually, it was pretty difficult to share values between these three categories.
What do you mean between these 3 categories? The service benefits,
service,
the cost,
and value generation, yes.
Okay. Well, actually, these are the components of your value proposition. So your logistics and your logistics management, how they will enhance the service benefits, or what the service benefits that they provide, what's the cost benefit they provide, what's the values that they generate. So you have to include the 3.
I understand it always should be 3, or for example, in real life, we can just insist on one of component or 2, or it should be always 3 of them.
No, I think the 3 of them. You know, because logistics is part of the business, you know, and it's part of the value proposition of the business. So how the logistics will enhance the overall cost of the business. when you lower or optimize the costs of logistics, you are maximizing the profitability of the business.
Yes, because
When
for
Mhm.
I'm sorry. For me, just logistic value, it's about cost savings in general.
This is what's your focus, but no. Muhammad, you have some insights to share?
Please, because I might sometime compromise the cost in return of service. I'll give example: shop and ship.
Mm-hmm.
Shop and ship never make a value proposition for the cost, but
Mm-hmm.
they make a value proposition. They collecting all your orders for a certain box you have.
Mm-hmm.
Shop and ship is with Aramex, if anyone does not know that.
Mm-hmm.
So I have a billing address or delivery address in virtual in
Mm-hmm.
any country like America. I'm living here, so I'm buying from America to this address, and they then deliver to my home. So
Mm-hmm.
they never make a value proposition for cost, but they make another value propositions. Time, you can shop whatever you want. Your delivery is within time.
Okay.
They make a lot of value proposition apart from the cost.
Okay, we have to differentiate between the value proposition and the benefit. And sorry, the business value proposition and logistics value proposition. So the business value proposition is your promise to the customer. You know, logistics value proposition is the value that logistics will provide your business, and the ultimate goal is to increase customer satisfaction. So in many cases, the customer will not be involved in the cost and cost management processes. This is something internal. The customer will feel it with, for example, they are paying for the product, but they are getting free shipping, for example. So let's see the groups and how you thought, and we can discuss together. So group one, will you please share your screen? I will stop sharing so you can start sharing your screen and tell us about your business and logistics value proposition. How the logistics will contribute to the business. Group one, where are you?
Is it is it us? I don't remember one or two.
Uh, which
One.
Yes,
room
yes,
you were?
we are one.
We
Yes,
are one.
Okay.
Okay.
yes.
Do you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. Our company is full circle company.
Mm-hmm.
It's depend on selling a fresh product, grocery and something like that, grocery, and we are focused on logistic benefit or value proposition on three level: service level,
Mm-hmm.
service benefits, and the cost benefit, and also value generation. On the
Mm-hmm.
perspective, from the perspective of service benefits, the customer here will get fresh product all the
Mm-hmm.
time, and also availability of the product. The customer will get the availability of the product in various method or the place of the product. It's available and have different channel like in place shopping. It's open for 7 day a week, and also for people who want to found their product online, it's available
Mm-hmm.
also to buy the product online. So here the place of the product is variable and have multi-channel of distribution to find the product. This is on the
So
level of
how logistics will contribute here?
logistic is very important to support the product all the time for on the place on in the place shopping, and also on the online, because online there are distributions, there are transportation to the customer and to the branches, physical branches also. So it's very important here and play an important role to supply the product all the time, online or in physical in the place, and also to supply always for fresh products. It's always fresh. So I think this will happen on daily basis to ensure this freshness of their product as they promise the customer.
Okay, so what metrics that you will use to measure service benefits?
Metrics here, I think number one is with customer satisfaction, and also
Okay.
time to deliver the shipment to the customer if it's online. Also, I don't know. I don't. We didn't discuss about this.
Think of other stakeholders, not only the customer. What other stakeholders involved in your logistics?
Is it farmers or
local farmers? Yes.
local farmers, yes, and also no, nothing come to my mind now.
Okay. On the WhatsApp, I believe Shanthar, yes, you shared a nice graph for value proposition for fleet logistics. So will you be able to share it in the main meeting? So when the time for your group, can you share it with the main meeting? Shanthar?
Sorry, Professor. We have already discussed with Muhammad, Abdullah, and Ahmed. I saved in my chat, but I missed the place. Sorry.
Okay, no, it's okay. It's okay. So, okay, so let's back to the group. So, service benefits for full circle, your promise to the customer is fresh product. So, how your logistics will support this? It should be, efficient, so we can get the products from the farmers as soon as possible. We might say we will get morning deliveries from the farmers every day at 5 a.m. So we have some time related matrix. Yeah, availability of the product. You promise your customers that these products will be carried in the store at all times. How about cost benefits?
On level of cost benefit, the returning jar and redeem points, it's something like cost trade-off. Here, customer will benefit with redeeming point, and it's translated to money, and also the facility, the company will benefit from reuse of the returnable jar. So here is a trade-off between cost here. Make like a discount, and another cost of using a new jar, always jar. So
exactly,
here,
the packaging.
Yes. And this also will reducing waste and achieve sustainability of with a customer.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So,
Also, it would reflect on the cost benefit for in the level of get a fresh product and also in a suitable price.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So this will save a lot on packaging, right? So this is an example of trade-off. I will give the customer some incentives like points to redeem points, um, uh, uh, in exchange of reducing the packaging costs for my company. What else could be? For example, we have some agreement with the farmers, that the farmers will deliver the products themselves, for example, in every day in the morning. So instead of hiring a logistics company or a transportation company, because we are a local business, so I will go to the farmers and I will say, okay, I will buy all your produce on daily basis, but you have to help with the transportation, for example. So we will do this negotiation so I can lower the cost of transportation. So how this will enhance the overall logistics value proposition? I'm lowering the cost. I'm increasing the profitability, or I can lower the price. So offer the products at affordable prices.
Yes, right.
So value generation.
We not arrive to this point, but I think value generation here, um, all what said about service and the cost will generate a value for the customer and the organization, both of them.
Yes, yes, you are right. I would move sustainability under value generation. So because sustainability might not lead to cost benefit per se, but overall, I'm offering sustainable service model. I'm offering fresh, organic. So value generation, it could be guarantee that our products are fresh. They are, brought daily, fresh. Um, and we are reducing waste and enhancing. Yes, Muhammad.
As well, we have like the availability. So
Mm-hmm,
is a week, three different delivery methods, like, which is in-store, curbside, and online. I think this is
mm-hmm,
added value as well to the value generation.
mm-hmm. And actually, for this business, it's not only the fresh produce. They carry health related products. So they have supplements, so they have organic food. So uh, from the logistics perspective, we have an integrated logistics system with different health related products, suppliers. So we are a one-stop shop for your needs to lead a healthy life. So that's the business promise. The logistics make it easier or efficient, that we can deliver this promise. So we have a variety of products. So we have an integrated network of suppliers that can make these products available in our store. We offer our services in person, so because we have a location, and also we offer online, so we have a delivery service. Good, good. Thank you so much. That was very interesting. Group 2.
I can share my screen, and
Yes,
Shan, do you
please.
want to talk about it or anyone else? Chan?
You can start and we will jump in the middle.
Okay. Just a minute. Share screen.
It's beside this the phone icon. Yeah, okay.
Can you see the screen now?
Yes.
Okay. So we, as usual, we downloaded the business model for them.
Okay. So what's the company?
Instacart. Cart, yes.
Yeah, Instacart.
So their value proposition was the points we are mentioning now.
Mm-hmm.
So we just categorized it based on logistic service benefits, logistic cost benefits, and value generations. Okay. Anyone want to take a lead, or should I continue?
Continue.
Okay. So regarding service benefits, it's a convenient way to shop grocery. And one of the value proposition is same day delivery for all customers. Okay. How logistics to improve it? We must have an organized fleet with scheduled delivery times. Okay. So this
also, I was just thinking that if they are using cars, we can replace like cars with motorcycles. Like we usually, there is something in Egypt or here in Kuwait, there is cars and there is motorcycles. Okay.
Okay,
if we
but
reduce
we
that,
are studying their actual model. Maybe you can recommend this for improvement, but what actually they are using now?
this I couldn't. I was not able to get it from their website.
Just shoppers, people with their cars.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So that's the service benefits, logistic cost benefit, additional income for the shoppers, because whenever I collect a lot of orders from the customers, I increase the shoppers' income, and in the same time, flexible working schedule. This is a cost benefit for actually flexible working schedule. I think it's might be value generation also, not just cost benefit.
Yes.
Okay, so we might misallocate this one.
No. Sometimes it's hard to differentiate, but as long as your value proposition include these elements, you are fine.
Okay. For the value generation, we increase the sales for the stores that deal with us.
Yes.
And at the same time, we increase the number of customers for these stores, because we are bringing customers that are not available for them. So that's their actual value propositions, and we just allocated in the logistics categories.
Yeah, that's why it's very beneficial when you draw the logistics flow. You know, when you draw it and you see, okay, there are the stores. This is the platform of Instacart. These are the shoppers. This is the customer. How the goods will flow in the network and what information will flow in the network, so you can understand the service benefits, the cost benefits, and so on.
Okay. Another thing, Shan has already shared this one. So Shan, just a minute. What is it? The one, Shan, you said you need Shan to explain it.
Yes,
this one.
This one. Yeah.
Can you, Shan, talk about it, please? Shan?
Perfect. Instead of it, I just want to add my ideas in here. Just
Why did you delete it? Keep it for everyone.
sorry, my connection is
No, it's okay. Mhm.
yeah, I send it. That's the thing. What I'm for. Um, we have been thinking about that. That's the thing. How to create a value proposition. In that way, we found maybe service benefits or cost benefits, and also value generation. And based all the things, how to create a value proposition is that we have already discussed about service or maybe the information or knowledge. When we think of service, uh, we need also the how to give our service, those services based on the information, based on the information, how to go to knowledge and to share our specialization or qualification to get it. Another is our value also based on the delivery, or maybe what kind of qualify, or maybe what kind of style, or maybe price. And another thing is a convenient way. Now we have already discussed about maybe so in that convenient adaptability or mobility or maybe location. Based on that, we can continue our experience. For example, by using our experience, we can expand our network, or maybe we can create or maybe the bus rate or even elaborate, and also we can reward our valued. That's the thing I think to get value proposition more. Yes.
So
I think.
what metrics will you use to evaluate your logistics efforts?
We need to think first is to evaluate uh, our logistics. First, we should have a good experience, and after that, we should think about how to make our design or maybe systems, our formats based on experience. Maybe another is the knowledge. We also need it.
When
Yes.
I say metrics, I mean something that you can measure. So
Yes.
things that are actually measurable within your logistics to guarantee that you are providing these benefits.
I think the delivery dates and times,
Okay. Yeah.
the
Yes.
profitability,
Yes. Yes.
the customer satisfaction survey,
Mm-hmm.
and the shoppers and number of customers increase, because this is all in our value proposition.
Mm-hmm.
So to make a KPIs for each value proposition, I think 3 or 4 of them can work.
Mm-hmm. When we started working with Instacart, they had a promise that you will get your order within 2 hours. I'm not sure if they still have the same metric, but they promised that once you hit submit, you will receive your order after 2 hours. Yes, Muhammad?
Yeah, I think there is a downside of this promise as well, because it's
Yeah.
based on the shop availability. So Instacart will deal with the different shops. So some
Yes.
shops operate from 9, let's say 9 to 5 or 9 to 9, but some businesses are operating from like 24 hours, and they need their orders to be delivered within like 24
Uh,
hours. So this is
okay.
one side of the Instacart.
Mm-hmm.
And
Okay. Okay, it's a risk. It's not a downside. It's a risk, and your logistics and supply chain should include this. So shops should update the availability and the availability of products on the platform. So as a customer, I don't see anything that's not available. I only shop the available products. So this is very good.
And
Yeah.
also, Instacart should go ahead.
Sorry. So one added value to Instacart as well. I don't know about Ontario, but in Calgary, they are using the logistics of Uber Eats. So you can use
Yes.
Uber Eats to order through Instacart as well, which is a very
Yes.
strong added value.
Yes, and also, for example, if you buy from Costco groceries, they are using Instacart. So these partnerships with the shops or the stores with other businesses like Uber Eats, so they are increasing or widening their supply chain. And now they have many shoppers, so that's why they can offer deliveries, I believe, until 10 p.m. In the evening.
One more last thing, Dr. Hanan, that there is a personal connection with the customer because the shoppers will contact you in case of
Yes.
the unavailability of the item. They will contact you, and sometimes they will open what do you call it, FaceTime, to show you available products, so you can confirm with them before they head out.
And what we call this, we call it responsive communication. So there is a responsive communication between the customer, the end user, and different stakeholders within the supply chain as a cycle. Yeah, responsive communication. Okay, the third group, last group. Thank you so much. Third group.
Hello, can you hear me?
Hi. Yes.
Yeah, I don't know if Sam is still here. So I can send in the chat box what I simply find here, because this is the HelloFresh. I never tried this, but when I review it, they see that they have simplicity, the flexibility, the stress-free. That means overall you can save time. For the cost, I think it's not convenient because the shipping, but the cost also is good because you can reduce waste. And the value generation for this is they can give you a fresh order you want, and they are promoting the sales in the customer satisfaction. This is the only thing I got for it because I never tried this Fresh Hello.
Okay, so who are the partners in the supply chain for HelloFresh?
Some is from the farmers, direct to the farmers.
Okay.
Just from the fresh market. And the other groceries also.
Who else?
I don't know. That's only I think that I can share.
Okay, what's the end product here? The end product is a box full of goods and the recipes, right?
Yes.
So we need at least a supplier to everything in this box, including the shipping material.
Right.
So these are the suppliers. Who else in the supply chain? The transportation company that we will hire to transport the boxes. Also the operations that will work on the ingredients, and they will cut it, they will package it, They will receive the order from the customer service.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, so that's why I advise you to start by and now let me share my screen by plotting down all the entities that will be involved in your supply chain and your logistics. So for example, here we have from inside the enterprise, we have procurement, we have manufacturing, and we have customer accommodation. The starting point are the suppliers, then it goes to the customers. What do we have here? We have materials or inventory flows inside inside the network from the supplier going through our business and reaching the customer. And also we have information between all these nodes. So that's why it's very good to start with the business model itself and to draw your network. So now I can see where the goods are flowing and where the information are flowing. So that's why we need to design, you know, the facility network. So and before saying this, let's talk about the information flow. You know that we that's why I was asking, what matrix do you will you use, because this will indicate what information is flowing this. And actually information is a critical aspect in logistics management. So because we have customer related information, we have internal information, and we have suppliers related information, and we have information related to sales activities, the orders. So we need to do this. So we need to reconcile and streamline information and the connectivity between these nodes. So we have information about the sales, for example, the demand forecast, the order themselves, of course, and this will affect the manufacturing or production plans, the inventory that we require. So if, for example, in the case of HelloFresh, if we are offering this menu this week, I want to make sure that I have all the supplies in my inventory so I can respond quickly to customer orders. Also, the information flows within the system parallel to the physical movement of the product. So whenever there is a physical movement of any of the items, there are information flowing with this. So that's why we need that's why information system is important, because we need to see not only the physical product where it is flowing, but also all the information that's related to it. And here I remembered something. We have data and we have information. What's the difference between data and information?
I think data is the raw shape of numbers, and with without any categorization. هنا we categorize this data for something which has meaning.
Exactly.
Yeah, transform it to information, and when it's analyzed and out of conclusion, it give me something like reports, something I have to make a decision based on it.
Right. Data are just facts. Just facts. Information is data with meaning. So that's why when we said, for example, Instacart had a promise that you will receive your box within 2 hours from your order. That's data. What's the information? It's the analysis that we did after we learned this data. And data is actually something happening in the system. So the data could be 50% of our customers received their boxes within 4 hours. This is the data. So what's the information? We compare. You said something, Muhammad, about comparison, about categorizing. Yes, our service level matrix is 2 hours. 50% of our customers are receiving it not within our our service level parameters. So how this will affect the customer satisfaction? So we add meaning so we can take decisions based on the data we collected and the interpretation of this data. And that's why we need to also design the facility network, in the supply chain. So how we can optimize the flow of components and products with the information within our network, from raw material providers or suppliers to the end consumer. So we need to determine the number of stages, or we call it in the supply chain lingo, echelons. So we divide this into stages or echelons in the supply chain to achieve economies of scale, to meet the customer requirements. So I need to determine the number of stages, so when we design the network, we need to think, okay, how many stages will be included in my supply chain? This will help to determine the level of production, the distribution, the storage, or the warehouses, the actual facilities that I need in my network. So when we determine the appropriate number of stages, this will enhance the efficiency, the cost effectiveness. So I don't just add stage for the sake of adding stages. I need to add stage because this will make, for example, the transportation from point A to point B easier. And we can see that in Amazon, for example, they had so many fulfillment centers. Why? Because they want to be close to the customers. And the business model requires this. In some other business models or businesses, no, they don't need to be so close to the customer, but maybe I need to be so close to the reseller, for example, or the distribution center. And again, the number of the warehouses or the distribution centers, again, we need to design it. And also we need to take into consideration the flow of returnables. If the customer will return something, how we will design this, how we will incorporate it. So for example, if I got something from, let's say, Old Navy, whether I got it online or I got it offline, and for some reason I don't want it, I want to return it. So my logistics network includes the return or the flow of return. I can go back to the same store and return it, or I can go to any store. And this actually happens. You can buy something from Old Navy, and this has actually happened. My husband bought something from Kuwait. So when he came Canada, we returned it to the same company. Or you can buy it, for example, from a city, Toronto, and I can return it in Waterloo, or vice versa. Or I can log into online, and I can print a label, and I can return it free of charge. Some company, they offer free returns. So I can actually think of this, or I need to think of this when I design my network. And this will lead to the next exercise. Again, within your groups, design the facility network for your company. So this will include you know, to draw, you know, some boxes and some lines to show me the flow of goods and flow of information in your logistics network. Okay? This will include your customers, your suppliers, your internal functions in the network. So I will keep this diagram. Because this is what I want you to do. I want you to draw something similar to this, but for your company. Any question for the next exercise? Okay, so let's go into our breakout rooms. I will keep the same formation without shuffling. I have new people joined, so I need to include them in one of.
Professor, can you include on me, because I'm only one in my group?
Okay. Yes. Okay. Yes.
Thank you.
Okay. So I want to see some diagram like this show the whole movement. Okay. And okay, how long I'll give you? Okay, we are running out of time, so I'll give you another 10 minutes, and we have the rest of the time for the discussion. Okay, welcome back. I just noticed that we are over time, but actually no, we are not over time, because originally all classes were 3 hours. Some professors make it 2, but in my classes, I have never taught such materials in less than 3 hours a week, you know. So let's make it 3 hours a week, and be ready for this. And as I said, everything is recorded. I don't require mandatory attendance or anything. You are free to see the classes, to watch the classes, read the material, and send me your questions, and send me you know, if something did not. Yes, Muhammad.
Are we still having Friday also?
If we will have classes 3 hours, I don't think that we will need Friday. Friday was to catch up, because we were behind, and I was restarting the course all over again. We have 12 chapters. We are on chapter 3 right now. So it's up to you. If you feel there will be value of these classes when I go extensively explaining the concepts, I'm okay with this. If you don't see value of having Friday classes, and you can read the material on your own, so it's up to you.
I'm asking because at the first of this session, you said that we need to divide this into sessions, today and Friday. That's why I'm asking.
To catch up. You can see from the presentation I sent you for the 3 classes how many slides and it's not only how many slides, it's the amount of information covered in each slide, you know, and the book itself. So I hope that you are reading the book to see how heavy the material is. So again, it's up to you, all of you, if you want to go through these Friday classes. It's okay if you see that only Monday, but we extend it to 3 hours. I'm also okay with this.
No, I think even 3 hours, we did not finish the presentation.
Yes, yes, especially if we will have some interactive exercises, which I see value of this of the interactive exercises. Okay, you know what? We will go through what we have and see how we can maximize the benefit of the classes. Okay, so yes,
my suggestion here is Monday we can do 2 hours and Friday we can do 1 hour, if that's okay with you.
Okay, yes, yeah, we can do this. We can do this. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. So if it is okay with you, we will have Monday and Friday, but Friday will be short to catch up. And again, it's up to you. If you want to leave the meeting at any point, please do. I'm very flexible. I'm here focusing on the learning, you know, not the formalities.
Yes, thank you very much.
Okay, so let's see the graphs that you draw. I hope that you had something to share with us. So group 1, the full circle group. Group 1, are you here?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay.
Could you please share your screen with this table, please? And there is some problem when you leave this table on the screen and we go to break rooms, we don't see what was the slide, and this sometimes takes to find the.
Yeah, that's why I sent you the presentation earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. So this is the one. Yes.
Okay, so my understanding is that information flow, it's information that we have to manage in order to be sure that we can fulfill our promises to our customers. And this information should go from different sites and should be on time and based on actual information. So, for instance, we need to know from our suppliers their delivery time, for instance, if they deliver their products to us, and in order to planning our delivery to customers. So on the other hand, we have to get from customers information about their orders and be sure that we can provide the orders on time according to information coming from suppliers and from our inventory flow. Do we have this on our stock, or we feel short of these some products? And it's also information from procurement, of course. It's a procuring, manufacturing, and customer accommodation. As I understand, it's something internal process, while suppliers and customers, it's external flow of information. So, but for managing this, our internal information flow, we have to get information from suppliers and customers, and then we can do some plannings and some delivery schedules and so on. It's like my understanding.
Okay, so did you apply this model to full circle?
Full circle. Actually, I can try to do this right now. From our suppliers are farmers, so we need to get from them information about their delivery time. Let's say 5 a.m. in order to be able to supply our customers on time. So we get from customers orders online, and after we are planning our delivery time. Something like this, I think.
Mm-hmm. So you are in full circle. They have different suppliers. So they have the fresh produce suppliers, for example, the cheese, the wines, the dairy, the vegetarian products, or
Yes, and everything should be in
meat
CRM
free. Yeah.
system, yes, in order to check it and track it.
Yes. So they might have an internal system, maybe not that sophisticated like big companies that links the supplier system directly with their system, because some of their suppliers might not have an IT system at all, you know. So they have a procurement that will get information from the demands, from market trends. They will place the orders. So they have processing, although they don't manufacture. But again, it's the store management, where to put things in its places, how they will receive orders. Some of the operations happen online. Some of the operations or transactions happen physically within the store. Okay, group 2. Thank you so much. Group 2.
Yes, I will be presenting. Let me try
Okay,
to share my screen.
please do.
I tried to write it like very simple.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it starts with the customer. Okay, the
Okay,
customer
let's
do
see.
that's C. Then the customer use the platform, which is P,
Mm-hmm.
to make the orders. Then
Okay.
these orders go to a shopper.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this shopper either go to the store. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
basically he goes to the store, do the shopping. Then I want to ask about the payment. Who does the payment? The shopper or
Instacart. Instacart.
Instacart?
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
the platform. That's why I think shoppers should be also linked to the platform. So there is a two-way arrow here.
Uh-huh. Okay. Then from the store, the shopper take it, then goes to the customer.
Yes, and also the stores are linked to the platform, because the
Exactly. This
stores,
is
yeah, the system of any store has to update the platform of Instacart of what's available or not.
hmm hmm
So there is
and
another arrow.
this is part of the enhancement. If we need to enhance it to make it better, there should be timely update of available products
Mm-hmm,
and what do you call promotions. Okay,
mm-hmm,
if there is, Instacart should add additional shops. Okay.
mm-hmm.
Also, I thought of something, but it might increase the cost a little bit. This is increase the shoppers, or sometimes use like I like what you mentioned for other companies. They're using Uber.
Mm-hmm. Actually, they use Uber Eat. Yeah, they use
So,
Uber Eat.
and I'm suggesting to have not only to depend on third party. Okay, they should have their own delivery, like
Okay,
a
now,
reliable
no, no,
one.
no. Now you are changing the business model. Their business model is like uh, Uber for grocery. So actually, by hiring in independent shoppers, they are not paying salaries, they are not paying benefits. No, actually,
Mhm.
this business model is more agile and effective than the traditional model.
No, I'm not saying to depend on that. Yes, they will depend like like 70% on the third party, but also like if there is any drop in the third party, they should still be able to cover with a 30% of their own stuff
No,
if
actually, no,
they
actually, if
want.
something, if something happens to the order, or late or something, usually the company will send you a voucher saying we are
Uh-huh.
sorry for any inconvenience. Here is a $10 for your next order.
Uh-huh.
So so
Uh-huh.
actually their business model is very agile. And also, I remember you mentioned that shoppers can contact the customer directly with any
Not me,
updates
that was
for.
Muhammad, I think. That was another
Yes,
person.
yes, and
Uh-huh.
actually this happens. We had so many communications with our shopper. He couldn't find a certain brand that we ordered, but he found another brand. So we approved the change immediately.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Immediately. So you can also add a line between the shoppers and the customer two way, because there are some communication. Yes, Liza.
Yes, and as I remember from the last session, they have middle warehouses. Should they will be put it in this
N-
information flow, because
Oh,
maybe one shopper will bring, another shopper
uh,
will bring to customer.
no, actually, that's very, very limited. It's not a warehouse in the meaning of warehouse. This is if the shopper is picking different orders for the same customer, so they can keep it temporarily. So it's not like a warehouse. It's like a very temporary.
Okay, but
Yeah.
changing in shopper in the middle. For instance, if one shopper brings 5 items, another one brings two more, and third one take all these items and bring to customer. Is it possible or not in this system?
It could be possible if the company decides to. Remember, here we are just studying the actual logistics system they have, to
Okay.
try to understand it. Maybe in the next step we can provide some recommendations on enhancing it. But right now, what's their actual business model, and how logistics can contribute to the value proposition of that business. Yeah,
Thank you.
you are so welcome. But in this case, they can work actually without needing any facilities except the home office. The headquarters. And in the headquarter, their focus is the platform, the financial management, customer service. So these functions, but not acquiring the goods themselves. The business model is designed that the customer will place the order, the system will receive the order, will pass it to a shopper, sorry. The shopper will go pick the order from the store and deliver it to the customer. So the company is an
Is it
IT company, actually.
so when they are passing the order to the shopper, like, do they have like a fair treatment, or whoever comes first goes first? Like, I am near that place, I will take it, even if I did 100 deliveries in the day. Okay, but I'm still near that place, for example.
Okay, I think they have a system very, very similar to Uber. If you noticed, sometimes the Uber driver at the end of the trip, they from their screen or from their cell phones, they have a list of orders, and they
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 can
choose.
accept it. Uh-huh.
But I think there is some functionality in the system to push the order to the nearest a shopper. But again, here is the question: the nearest shopper to the store or the nearest shopper to the customer? I might be close to the customer but away from the store. So this is something internal. We are speculating. We don't have definite information, but logically, you push it to the shoppers who are close to the store. Or maybe
Yes,
there
okay.
are something internal. You push it to the shoppers within, for example, 10 miles of the shop or something like this. Yeah. Thank you so much. The last group, and we will end this class. And I will see you Friday at 9. So the last group.
Hi, Oli, can you present? Oli, are you there?
Hello, hi, Julian.
Okay, yeah, good.
I'm sorry, I do have some background noise, and I am trying to just do a follow up and trying to understand as I came in late, and I'm not so sure what exactly are we supposed to be doing. I'm so sorry, Professor, about that.
No,
I'm
it's
just
okay. I know. We all juggling so many things. That's why I'm very flexible. Okay, so did you draw anything for the network, the logistics network?
I sent in the chat box.
Okay, in the chat box.
Yeah, so
Okay, okay, we have payback, head, any
yes,
branch, female, 80% customers, suppliers. Is this what you
yes.
mean?
The
So what
Kipak,
is
the Kipak is the supplier, is a beef company that supply a fresh beef. This is
okay, do you want me to share that table that I was sharing, that graph?
yes, please.
Okay, okay. So now you can explain the network.
Yes. So the supplier is the Kipak. The supplier is the Kipak that delivers to the storage in the head,
Mm-hmm,
and the head supplier will distribute it to any branch.
mm-hmm,
And after the branch, uh, there's an order that also goes to the customer, and mostly the customer here is 80% is female. So I write it here,
mm-hmm,
and it will go back again to the supplier. That's
mm-hmm,
the thing that I made here.
mm-hmm.
I said,
So this branch is actually an operation center. So they receive the produce, they receive the meat, they receive the cheese, the sauces, the all the ingredients. And in the operation centers, they have chefs who cut and prepare the boxes.
yeah,
And the boxes leaves the operation centers to the customer. So that box that says manufacturing in HelloFresh, we can call it processing. It's
yes,
part of processing the order. And the customer placed the order for the whole week, for example, and the processing centers work on the orders and they send it. Yeah, thank you, Lizette. We will end our class now. So before I go, I wanna just to confirm that next Friday we will have a meeting at 9 a.m. We will start the new chapter 4. I advise you to read the chapter beforehand if you can, so we can maximize the interaction and the benefit. And as usual, I will send you the slides before. I still couldn't look into a model, but from what I hear is that you already have your assignments and everything is auto-graded, so life is good. So any question before we leave?
Oh, yeah, so we have 9 on Friday, right? For 1 hour.
Yes.
And another next Monday is another 2 hours for starting at 9 also.
Yes.
Okay, because yes,
Yes.
because I didn't receive the email. There is changes, so I'm
No,
very
are you on the WhatsApp group?
yeah, I am.
Okay. It's I added this to WhatsApp group, so I will add it again, and if okay, I will highlight it or say this is for supply chain or something like this. So
Yeah, I'm very sorry because
no, it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, we have different platforms to use, so it's
Yes.
confusing.
Yes, I know. Okay. Thank you, everyone, and I will see you next Friday.
Thank you. Bye, Professor.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you, Professor.
Bye.